We spoke about obviously the changing market conditions, and obviously the candidate market is probably at its most competitive as it ever has been.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an argument that maybe whilst AI is developing and it's developing probably really successfully in terms of some of its use and its applications, but do you think maybe AI has maybe outgrown some of the candidate market that we see at the moment in terms of the functionalities there, but actually the skills and the ability to cope with what AI can do hasn't caught up as yet?
Yeah, I think that's, we're seeing tools that are readily accessible now to people for them to do mass applies. So we're getting candidates that used to apply for 10 jobs a week, apply for 1,000 jobs a week or more. And that without doubt that in my mind is often misuse of AI. So in that kind of situation, you've got somebody who could be fabricating or semi-fabricating their skill set, their ability, their worth to churn out thousands and thousands of applications of some that might well be misleading, shall we say, about who they are as an individual. However, we've always had that to a degree as well. We've always had people making misleading applications. And then when you get to the screening stage, the assessment stage, etc., those people get wheedled out. I think so it becomes one of scale that is the problem. It's the volume that is actually causing the issue rather than necessarily the slightly inflated quality, because not everyone's using these tools. Not everyone's doing 5,000 applications. It goes back to what we were discussing earlier about noise. There's those cases, those isolated cases are thrown out there because the majority of the people, certainly me, I would never want to apply for a job and misrepresent myself, because you will get found out pretty damn quickly. Everyone's maybe a little looser with the truth on a CV. It's a sales document. Ultimately, it's a marketing document. What might only really be 90% might become a 95%, that kind of thing. Everyone does that. But totally fabricating stuff, most people won't do because it's pointless. They know they'll get caught out. Whether they get caught out through the interview process or within 2 days of starting the job, they will get caught out and it will waste their time. So I think where we've got to be doing better is actually making sure that we have the tools in place to catch them before day one. Through assessment is the obvious one, and screening and interviewing, etc. We need to be able to make sure that we've got in place tooling that allows us to assess people where, yes, we may well allow them to use AI tools on their side to go through that assessment, but we see they're working, we see how they've got to that point, and we see that it is powered by the tool rather than it pretending they're doing everything from scratch or totally human, etc. It's not a deep fake in a video interview. All of these kind of things are coming out. Again, I think they're isolated incidents, but they will get bigger. But it's about having the right tech to make sure we know what is happening in the situation. Rather than going yes or no, I think it's knowledge is the key thing, knowing how the person is taking the assessment.